Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back. Today I'm gonna go over what I threw in 2025. I never really got around to making the in the bag video. I actually filmed it once and then just like never edited it. So something I've not been including in these videos at all, but I want to start is footwear. I just want to talk about, disc golf shoes. That's always a good question on like Reddit or Facebook, all the disc golf pages that I'm on. But I wanted to show off. This is the Salomon XA Pro. This happens to be the 3D V8, V9. I don't know. I've had these waterproof ones for 2 years now. And granted, I don't wear them for every single round. I like to cycle my shoes. I have some waterproof, some non-waterproof. I'm currently wearing non-waterproof ones. So these are my waterproof ones in my hands though. But I just wanted to show off how they are wearing. They are still waterproof. This is my back foot. Starting to get a little smooth on the corners where that's like that push off is, or that follow through pivot. My lead foot though, that inside pivot is starting to wear through the rubber into the outsole, but they've held together really well. Still have good tread, good traction on the fairways, on the tee pads. I like the sock, or not sock, but I like the way that the tongue is designed, and I like the speed laces. So early in the morning before the round, I'll just rock them loose. They're gonna stay on my feet just fine. And when I get to start warming up, I'll cinch them down. But Salomon XA Pro, that has been my go-to disc golf shoe. I think this is my second pair of waterproof, and I'm on my second pair of non-waterproof. Always a heavy hitter in the rotation. And then on the inside, like slipping them on and off, I do have like a little bit of wear here, but I'm not always the best at loosening them before I wrench them off of my feet. So some of that could be on me, but again, they are still waterproof. So I've been pretty pleased with these. And I have tried Vivo barefoot shoes. They sent me a pair of those to try. They're currently in my rotation. I do like those. They're not my favorite, especially for like longer rounds or hillier rounds. I like the support that these offer a little bit better. Haven't tried the Idios, but I've got buddies that play in those. Haven't talked to anyone that's tried Vessies, so. And Terex I've not tried. My dad plays with Terexes, but anyways, XA Pro. For the bag, I'm still rocking my Pound Octohaul Custom that I got in 2021. This thing is a beast, still going strong. Love all the organization, all the pockets. Really can't beat it. In my top pocket here, I kind of have things organized a little different. I've got my putters, approach discs, and then kind of just some like go-tos. So still putting with bullets. I've got disc collector bullets if anyone wants any. Eternal. I already have a throw-in eagle with this year. First round of the year, threw this in from 275 feet. Hole 12 at Lake Park. So bullet, can't say enough good things about it. It's a perfect amount of stability for my arm speed, because I can get it to hold all hyzer, as you'll see from an upcoming Turner Park video. But also if I hammer on it flat, it'll get that nice gentle turn. So bullets. Zones are my approach disc of choice. Still rocking this 4-claw from 2019. It's been in the bag the whole time. Old trusty. And then for Christmas, I got this like barely puddle top Z-fused confetti zone. I thought the gear of the fused plastic was really cool, so I put that on my Christmas list. And my Secret Santa hooked it up with this awesome confetti one. Lower glide, lots of stability. So I've been super pumped on that. And then pretty much I've always bagged a Z-Flick. They'll come in and out of the bag, but I've been intentionally bagging one more often just to have something that's like crazy overstable for when you need it, because a lot of my like 12-speed Windfighter drivers end up getting thrown so much that they stop being Windfighters. So keep that in the bag, and it's so skinny it just hides up top, since I've only got 4 approach discs in there. And then this mid 2020 Tim Barham Tour Series Buzz SS. Honestly don't know why I stopped bagging this. I've been bagging it for the last month and a half now. And this thing is money. Flat to drifters, hyzer flip to flat. I've been filleting some woods lines with this bad boy. So really stoked to have it back in the bag, and stoked that I didn't dump my backups, because that was a good run of Buzz SS. Other mid-ranges. Oh, also I have another backup zone. Probably don't need to keep this in the bag since this confetti one's working out so nicely, but still have another zone in there. And then my flippy mid, I'm enjoying the lobster, gentle forehands that I need it to drift, rollers even. Lobster's been killer, prefer the Apex plastic. I've got a fused buzz saw. This has been my favorite neutral mid for the second half of the year. Actually kicked the hex back out, which is crazy. Hexes were just getting a little flippy for me, but I liked the Buzz SS's flippiness more, so that's how the Buzz SS got in the bag. Buzz taking over that neutral slot again, and then overstable slot Bobcat. I'm still rocking this first run. Luckily I have one backup. This thing is just consistent. Love it. Utility driver slot. Something a little more workable than that the Z Flick. I'm rocking 2 Phoenixes. Apex Swirl if I need to shape it a little more, if I'm throwing it forehand because my forehand's a little weak. And then Eternal if I want some beefiness. If you really want extra beef, get yourself a glow one instead of the regular Eternal. I do bag one of those in my nighttime bag, but this one's enough beef for me in my daytime bag. So got those in my utility slot. And then my fairways, got 4 fairways here. Slowest is the Grackle. Got these Disc Locker, Apex Swirl, and Apex. There's actually a sweet one over my head there. Do you want it? Hit me up in the comments. I like it for flat shots. I will gently get some turn if I need to out of them, but mostly I like the control I have. If I throw them a little bit off speed with a little bit of hyzer, I will get consistent pushing fade. Jackalope, probably my furthest flying fairway. A little on the flippy side, but I like how you can hyzer flip them. They'll drift, and if they have enough time, they'll even come back. They don't just dump over. So workable under stability. This might be my 1 disc potentially. Probably go with a mid, but Jackalope, it's nice to get some extra distance. And then I'm rocking 2 alphas, similar to how I've layered my Phoenixes. The Apex one here, this is a little bit straighter. Sometimes it will flip when I don't want it to, but I like that it doesn't have crazy overstability. Usually it's pretty darn straight. And then this Eternal one, if I need a little bit more finish, I'll rock that guy. Sharpie's starting to wear off. I need to rewrite my name in that. But yeah, 2 alphas. Like those a lot. And then into my, they're not my max distance drivers, but where I need control, I've got a Sublime Freetail, which is not super flippy as far as freetails go, and then a Longhorn that has actually started to get pretty flippy. There's almost some overlap between these. Longhorn traditionally is my sacrifice distance for accuracy driver. Like it a lot. And then Freetail, fun flippy. And I've even laid down some nasty rollers this year with this. Hole 14 of Veterans, I went long of the long position from the concrete pad. One of my last Veterans rounds. So Freetail, some money. And then distance drivers, I have a problem right now. It used to be mid-ranges where I always had like too much overlap. Currently my drivers are where I have too much overlap. Vision Wave, this one's very similar to that Freetail. Not quite as flippy on the longer shots. Like I feel like this will fight out and push straighter. It doesn't really finish, but it'll get off of that turning angle and push straighter. A little more than the Freetail will, at least for this particular one. Some of my furthest mashes have been with that disc right there. I've got 3 Zeuses layered up. The Big Z is my flippy Zeus. Not as flippy as the Freetail or the Wave, but close. My kind of unicorn Zeus, this is a 167, like heartbeat pop top. When I lose this, I'll probably never find a replacement. But this is my lighter weight Zeus. If it's not a headwind, this is my go-to because I can hammer it. It'll get a little bit of drift on turn, but stay flat, still fight back. Love that guy. Be sad when she's gone. And then this is a bit of an older Zeus, but it hasn't had as much use. This is my fighter. Sometimes it will hold flat and keep drifting right. It's not going to dump on a turn angle, but sometimes it does turn. This is kind of my fighter. And then these two, and I kind of need to cycle out this Mountain Sports Goat. It's got a couple of good dings in the rim, which is probably why it's not the most consistent fighter anymore. But I do like that. It's my stable boy. And then this Dino Hills Nuke. Brand new. This was really going toe-to-toe with that Goat. Now that this is getting, some of the flashing worn off and it's just getting broken in a little bit. It's not fully beat in. Still has plenty to go there, but this is perhaps my furthest flying, consistently finishing disc. So if there's some breeze, I have found myself reaching for this again and again. So that is my drivers. Mini situation. I would recommend getting a silicone mini. This is a backup mini and it's my knee pad. And then rocking an OG Mountain Sports Mini. Matches my shirt actually. OG stuff. Back when we were making like disc golf jerseys for like a disc golf team kind of. Still fully doing disc golf and Mountain Sports, just a little bit different now. Towel. Whoops. Upside down. Shout out Fort Worth Running Company. Nice golf size towel. I'm rocking the Max Distance Retriever. I got the 30-footer. I was tired of replacing the $40 or $50 metal one, so I decided to go local and go with something that's serviceable. So hopefully I won't ever really need to buy one again. Still rocking my Bushnell rangefinder in my little Pelican case. I guess I'll show you since I mentioned it. Got a little Pelican 1040 micro case. It's waterproof, crush proof, blah, blah, blah. Got my Bushnell in there. Every now and then I'll play a new course or find myself in a new spot. I think still game changer for me. And then, yeah, got my vest in there from the round this morning. Extra batteries for my camera from the round this morning. Another towel. And then my Rainfly shoved in there in the side pocket. And you would never know. So the Octo Haul just carries so stinking much stuff. Love it, love it, love it. Pound all the way. Normally I'm rocking a bladder in here. I've taken it out for the fall. It's 1.5 liter Yeti Nalgene style bottle. Holds all the water I need because it's not as hot anymore. And yeah, I guess that's it. If you have any questions about what I bag or how I think 2026 is going to go, how much my bag is going to change, throw them down in the comments. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you out there.